Guys, it's Michael. I wanted to talk about labor today, about giving birth, being in labor, and how much it hurts. Obviously, it's not exactly a secret that labor is uncomfortable. It definitely hurts a lot, but I think that there's a lot of talk about how terrible it is, and that it's to the point where a lot of women choose not to try it, which is totally fine. I have nothing, I don't think there's anything wrong with epidurals or fentanyl or whatever you want to use, but I think that a lot of women are scared into feeling like they can't do it, and that bums me out because, to be honest, I feel like the way that your labor goes has way more to do with how you feel going into it and emotionally and mentally what kind of a place you're in than it does with the size of your baby or what have you. I think if you're terrified that it's going to be so painful and you can't handle it because you've been told that everywhere, then it's most likely that you're not going to be able to handle it. And I feel like if you feel confident and you know that it's going to hurt like hell, and you know that you have support, and you know that your body is made to go through this experience, then it'll be a lot easier for you to handle. And I had two really telling experiences. I have two boys and I've given birth twice, and the first time I felt really confident and really secure and really supported going into it, and I knew it was gonna hurt like hell, and I knew that my body could do it, and I knew that if I couldn't handle it, I was comfortable with using some medication. Fentanyl was what I was thinking to manage that, and I was planning a home birth, and I was planning to use things like water and massage and dance and, meditation and all of those kinds of things to manage the pain. And everything went wrong. I ended up having preeclampsia and having to go into the hospital and being induced almost a month early. And I had these terrible back spasms, which they tried to deal with the back spasms with an epidural, but it didn't work. So then they turned off, I asked them to turn the epidural off so I could feel the labor, and I was able to give birth naturally and actually feel him coming out and be able to feel what I needed to push and all of those things. And the labor went wrong in every sense of the word, and it was an amazing, positive, really wonderful experience. And I think that was because I went into it really feeling like I got this. Like, no matter what happens, I know I can handle this. Worst case scenario, like slice and dice, escape hatch, I'm in hospital, no problem. I know a lot of people feel like if you have a midwife, this is in Canada, a lot of people maybe are concerned that if they have a midwife and something goes wrong, they won't be able to get to a hospital in time. But 99 times out of 100, the midwife will take you to a hospital if you need to be there. A midwife is trained to know when and why you need to go to a hospital, and they'll get you to one if you need to be there. The second time I gave birth, it was after a ridiculously stressful year. I had seen multiple doctors. I didn't know my doctor. I didn't have a midwife. My son wasn't with me, and I couldn't stop thinking about him and how he was doing. It was the first time I'd been away from him overnight. The only time I've been away from him overnight. And I didn't like a lot of my nurses, and I had multiple panic attacks, and the labor was awful. I couldn't handle it. I tried the gas, I tried the fentanyl, I eventually got an epidural and ended up with a C-section. And I think that the reason that happened was because I was so freaked out, and I didn't feel like I had a lot of support, and I didn't feel like I was being listened to, and I didn't feel confident in myself. I had been on bed rest for months, and I wasn't fit, and all of these, it was terrible. The whole thing was terrible, and it was an awful labor, and it hurt way more than the first one. And to be fair, my second son was 9 pounds and my first son was 6 pounds 12 ounces, so there was that. But I didn't actually push out my second son, right? They took him out with a C-section, and I found pushing out my first son was less painful than laboring with my second son. And I think that more than anything, it's because of the place I was in emotionally and mentally and physically. And so I just want all of you pregnant ladies or going to get pregnant ladies I have a close friend who just found out she's pregnant, and I just want all of you to know that you, to an extent, control your labor experience. You can't control what happens because shit happens, and you have no control over it, but you can, to the best of your ability, put yourself in a really good place where you feel confident in your body, you feel confident in yourself, you know that you're strong enough, you know what you can do, and you can have a positive labor experience, no matter what that means for you. If that means showing up and having an epidural right away, awesome. If it means having fentanyl as a backup, if it means no medication at all, if it means water birth, whatever it is that you are most comfortable with, if you are confident and you know that you can handle it, and you feel confident that your body can do this, which it usually can, then you're probably going to have a positive labor experience. You have a better chance of having a positive labor experience. And positive labor experiences are awesome. So I want all of you to know that giving birth, no matter how you do it, is badassery. Like, if it's a C-section, if you take meds, if you don't, if it's all natural, if it's at home, no matter what happens, you have created life and brought that life into the world with your body. That's amazing, no matter how that baby came out. It's incredible, and you are a freaking warrior. In some cultures, you are considered and treated as a warrior for having done this, and I think that that is wonderful and accurate, and you're all complete rock stars. And me, I'm a rock star too. And what you are doing and what you will do is amazing, and you and your body have it in the bag. You're good. That baby will come out of you no matter what, and you can do that. You'll be great, 100%. And you'll be scared, and everybody is a little scared, but you'll be great. So good luck, congratulations, pregnant ladies, and baby well. Have a great morning, afternoon, evening, or night.